Need to lower your blood sugar fast? These 9 science-backed tips can help, but beware of 3 daily habits that can ruin everything. Welcome to Fresh Fuel Guide. On Monday morning, Emma woke up with a strange sense of fatigue, slightly blurred vision, a rapid heartbeat, and trembling hands. Although her diet had been consistent, her blood sugar levels had spiked above the safe range. There had been no apparent warning signs. Emma isn't alone. Many people living with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes experience similar episodes, sudden blood sugar spikes without an apparent cause. So, what should you do when your blood glucose rises unexpectedly? In today's video, Fresh Fuel Guide will provide simple, science-based, and effective tips for lowering your blood sugar quickly without needing to rely on medication immediately. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any life-saving health insights. Number 1. Get moving. When every step helps stabilize blood sugar. On a breezy afternoon, Emma stepped outside after a light dinner of roasted vegetables and a handful of almonds. She intended to take a short walk to unwind, but she didn't expect how refreshed her body and mind would feel after just a few laps around the park. What she didn't know at the time was that her walk was activating her body's natural ability to use glucose without placing heavy demands on insulin. When you move, your muscles open up their glucose uptake channels, allowing sugar to be drawn from the bloodstream. This helps regulate blood sugar levels efficiently. A 2016 study from the University of Otago confirmed that just 10 minutes of walking after a meal improves post-meal blood sugar control more effectively than 30 minutes at other times. Likewise, researchers at Stanford University, 2020, found that even one session of aerobic exercise can significantly reduce glucose levels in people at high risk for diabetes. Emma would later learn that you don't need a gym membership or a strict fitness routine. A few stretches, a short HIIT session, or a simple post-meal walk can act as your body's own smart biological insulin boost. Exercise isn't just for burning calories, it's the body's natural language for restoring balance. And sometimes, the small steps you take each day are the surest path toward a healthier, more empowered, and fully lived life. Number 2. Sleep. The natural medicine for stable blood sugar. At 10 p.m., while the whole house was asleep, Emma was still tossing and turning under the dim glow of her bedside lamp. She had no idea that those restless, sleepless nights, even though her diet was carefully managed, disrupted her blood sugar levels. It's no coincidence that experts call sleep the body's internal doctor. Insulin is naturally regulated during deep sleep, and cells become more sensitive to glucose. But just one night with less than 6 hours of sleep can throw the body into stress mode. Cortisol rises, insulin weakens, and blood sugar spikes, as if you had just eaten a heavy carb-loaded meal. A large-scale analysis published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, 2013, involving over 700,000 individuals, found that sleeping less than 7 hours per night increases the risk of blood sugar imbalance and reduces insulin sensitivity, a critical factor for those with diabetes or prediabetes. Emma began to make changes. She put her phone away earlier, stopped drinking coffee after 2 p.m., practiced light meditation, and allowed her mind to unwind before bed. Her energy returned within a few weeks, and her blood sugar levels improved remarkably. A full, deep sleep that follows your natural circadian rhythm doesn't just help you feel refreshed the next day, it lays the foundation for harmony in your pancreas, liver, and overall metabolic health. Number 3. Prioritize low glycemic index, low GI, foods. Not every breakfast is a healthy one. Emma realized this after a critical morning meeting when she suddenly felt dizzy, broke into a cold sweat, and couldn't concentrate despite having just eaten white bread and fruit juice. Later, her doctor explained that the problem wasn't how much she ate but how quickly her blood sugar spiked and then crashed, a typical result of eating high glycemic index GI foods. From that day on, Emma made a change. White bread was replaced with whole rolled oats, topped with creamy avocado, a bit of protein from boiled eggs, and a soothing cup of herbal tea. No more mid-morning crashes. No more intense sugar cravings. She felt more stable, lighter, and sharper than ever before. That's when Emma learned she was on the right path. A Harvard Medical School study found that a diet rich in low GI foods can reduce the risk of insulin resistance and cardiovascular disease by up to 30%, strengthening her commitment to her new choices. Instead of eating for speed and convenience, Emma began crafting her meals to add greens, lean protein, and whole grains. She didn't call it dieting, she called it mindful living, where every meal becomes a tool for stability, strength, and freedom from erratic blood sugar swings. Number 4. Use berberine, a natural ally for blood sugar control. At that time, Emma was cautious with her routine. She had cut down on carbohydrates, exercised regularly, and maintained good sleep hygiene. However, her blood glucose levels remained unstable, especially after dinner, leaving her feeling tired, shaky, and mentally foggy. One day, while reading educational material at her clinic, Emma was introduced to berberine, a natural alkaloid compound found in plants such as Coptis chinensis, goldthread, and Berberis vulgaris, barberry. What surprised her most was that berberine had not only been used in traditional medicine for centuries but is now being studied by scientists as a natural alternative to metformin. Research has shown that when taken at a dosage of 900 to 1,500 milligrams per day divided after meals, berberine can reduce fasting blood glucose by up to 20%. But that's not all. Emma was impressed to learn that berberine works through multiple mechanisms, inhibiting hepatic gluconeogenesis, reducing glucose production in the liver, increasing insulin sensitivity in peripheral tissues, modulating gut microbiota, which plays a key role in metabolic health, slowing down carbohydrate absorption in the small intestine. A study published in Frontiers in Pharmacology, 2021, demonstrated that berberine could provide blood sugar-lowering effects comparable to standard anti-diabetic drugs, with fewer side effects when used correctly. Emma began combining berberine with meals rich in vegetables and lean proteins. The results weren't instant, but after several weeks, her HbA1c improved, and the post-meal fatigue gradually disappeared. For those seeking a natural approach to supporting blood glucose regulation, berberine may be a valuable option, provided it is used correctly and under the guidance of a qualified healthcare professional. Number 5. Relaxation, a key to blood sugar control. Work pressure, packed schedules, and non-stop phone notifications can cause your heart rate to rise, breathing to quicken, and your mind to shift into a state of heightened alert. Emma lived in that cycle for years until she realized chronic stress doesn't just wear down your mental health, it can also cause uncontrolled blood sugar spikes. When the body is under stress, it releases cortisol and adrenaline hormones, which stimulate the liver to release glucose into the bloodstream, a natural survival mechanism. According to the Journal of Endocrinology, elevated cortisol levels alone can increase blood glucose by 15 to 20% above baseline. But it doesn't stop there. Stress often leads to sugar cravings, creating a dangerous cycle. Overeating, right-pointing arrow blood sugar spikes, right-pointing arrow insulin surges, right-pointing arrow sudden drop in glucose, right-pointing arrow fatigue, right-pointing arrow more cravings. Emma was caught in that loop until she started practicing daily meditation. Just 10 to 15 minutes of meditation per day helped her lower average cortisol levels by 10 to 15%, according to a study published in Psychoneuroendocrinology. In addition, yoga 3 times a week and the 4-7-8 breathing technique, inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8, proved highly effective in stabilizing mood, heart rate, and blood glucose levels. Today, one of Emma's favorite ways to treat stress is simply walking outdoors. Just 30 minutes of walking in nature has been shown to reduce cortisol levels by up to 30%, no medication. No clinic required. Managing stress isn't just about feeling relaxed, it's a powerful, natural tool for sustaining healthy blood sugar control. Number 6. Supplement with chromium and magnesium for better blood sugar control. Emma once thought that eating healthily was enough. But despite avoiding sugar and refined carbs, her blood glucose levels fluctuated unpredictably. It wasn't until a micronutrient test revealed deficiencies in chromium and magnesium that things finally made sense. Chromium, a trace mineral often overlooked, is a critical cofactor for insulin. It helps insulin transport glucose into cells more efficiently. According to a meta-analysis published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, supplementing 200-1.000 mcg of chromium daily can reduce HbA1c levels by up to 15%. In people with type 2 diabetes, chromium deficiency is relatively common and may contribute to insulin resistance. And magnesium? Emma calls it her silent hero. Magnesium is involved in hundreds of metabolic reactions, and it also plays a key role in enhancing insulin sensitivity and reducing inflammation, two critical factors in diabetes prevention and management. An extensive study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that individuals with sufficient magnesium have up to a 30% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. From then on, Emma adjusted her meals to include more leafy greens, almonds, oats, salmon, and lentils, foods rich in chromium and magnesium. These helped stabilize her blood sugar and made her feel more clear-headed, balanced, and less prone to sugar cravings. By understanding the role of each micronutrient and using them wisely, Emma turned two minor minerals into powerful tools for blood sugar regulation, and so can you. Number 7. Stay hydrated to support blood sugar control. That morning, as Emma was about to leave the house, she noticed her mouth felt parched, even though the weather wasn't particularly hot. Due to her busy schedule, she had grown used to skipping water throughout the day and relying mostly on coffee as her go-to drink. She didn't realize that this dry mouth might have been an early sign of blood sugar imbalance. When the body is dehydrated, glucose concentration in the blood increases, causing blood sugar levels to rise silently. According to a study published in the European Journal of Endocrinology, dehydration triggers the release of vasopressin, a hormone that reduces insulin sensitivity and disrupts glucose metabolism. Emma noticed something was off when she felt fatigued and craved sweets, even after full meals. Once she adopted the habit of drinking water consistently, starting with a large glass in the morning and small sips throughout the day, things gradually change. A 2011 study in diabetes care also showed that people who drink adequate amounts of water daily have more stable blood glucose levels than those who don't. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. Women should aim for at least 2.5 liters per day, and men should aim for about 3 to 3.5 liters, divided into small amounts throughout the day, to avoid overloading the kidneys and to support glucose excretion through urine. With a straightforward habit, staying hydrated, you can improve insulin sensitivity, reduce sugar cravings, and keep your blood sugar healthy. In a world full of complex diets, medications, and stress, sometimes all you need is the proper glass of water at the right time. Number 8. Increase fiber intake for long-term blood sugar control. Emma started her day with a glass of juice and a few slices of white toast each morning. Simple, convenient, and seemingly healthy. However, after breakfast, she often felt tired and restless and experienced unpredictable blood sugar swings that made it hard to focus at work. During a consultation with a nutritionist, Emma discovered that the problem wasn't calories but fiber deficiency. She was introduced to a study from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, which showed that people who consume at least 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day have a 20% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. What surprised Emma most was the role of soluble fiber found in legumes, oats, and chia seeds. Once in the intestines, soluble fiber forms a gel-like substance that slows glucose absorption, helping to prevent post-meal spikes. Meanwhile, insoluble fiber from leafy greens and whole grains feeds gut microbiota, which plays a vital role in improving insulin sensitivity, a fact that often goes unnoticed. Emma replaced juice with whole fruits, white bread with whole grains, and added flax seeds to her yogurt. After a few weeks, her HbA1c level, which had previously been slightly elevated, dropped to a healthy, stable range. She felt more alert and no longer experienced the midday energy crashes that once held her back. Just one small change, increasing fiber, became a powerful shield that helped Emma stabilize her blood sugar naturally without relying on medication. Number 9. Stabilize blood sugar with intermittent fasting. Emma used to start her day with a rushed breakfast, a sweet pastry and a cup of milk coffee. By mid-morning, she often felt tired, foggy, and sometimes even lightheaded, signs that made her increasingly concerned about her blood glucose levels. After some research, Emma decided to try intermittent fasting, specifically, the 16/8 method, which involves fasting for 16 hours and eating within an 8-hour window each day. She began skipping breakfast, eating her first meal at noon, and finishing her last meal by 8 p.m. After just a few weeks, she noticed a clear difference. Her energy levels became more stable. The mid-morning fatigue disappeared, and she experienced better control over cravings. And this wasn't just a personal observation, research supports it. Studies have shown intermittent fasting improves insulin sensitivity and lowers fasting blood glucose. A meta-analysis published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that intermittent fasting can significantly reduce circulating insulin levels and improve the HOMA-IR index, a key marker of insulin resistance. Beyond blood sugar control, it has also been shown to reduce inflammation and improve overall metabolic health. A comprehensive review in Cell Metabolism confirmed that intermittent fasting aids in glycemic control and reduces cardiovascular risk factors and obesity-related markers. However, Emma carefully noted that this method is not suitable for everyone. Individuals with chronic illnesses, pregnant women, or those with type 1 diabetes should consult a healthcare professional before starting any form of fasting. Even if you apply effective blood sugar strategies, the results can be undermined if you overlook certain hidden risks. Now, let's identify the 3 silent enemies you must eliminate to protect your health. Number 1. Overconsumption of hidden sugars. This morning, as Emma prepared what she thought was a healthy breakfast, fruit yogurt, granola, and bottled juice, she believed she was making all the right choices for her health. But just an hour later, she felt fatigued, foggy, and overwhelmed by intense sugar cravings. Emma didn't realize that her so-called healthy meal contained nearly 10 teaspoons of hidden sugar. According to the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, this is part of a concerning trend. The average adult consumes up to 17 teaspoons of sugar per day, almost double the amount recommended by the World Health Organization, WHO. The problem isn't the obvious sugar cubes in your coffee, it's the disguised culprits, flavored yogurts, salad dressings, breakfast cereals, and packaged drinks. When too much sugar is consumed, Emma's body must release a surge of insulin to manage the spike in blood glucose. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, which can lead to type 2 diabetes, chronic inflammation, and dyslipidemia. The solution? Emma read food labels more carefully. Avoiding ingredients like fructose, maltose, and corn syrup, she replaced bottled juice with filtered water infused with fresh lemon slices. These were small changes, but after a few weeks, her energy levels became more stable, her sugar cravings decreased, and she started to feel back in control of her body. Hidden sugars are everywhere, but once you spot them, you can regain control, one label, one meal at a time. Number 2. Chronic sleep deprivation. Lack of sleep is a hidden saboteur that silently undermines your ability to manage blood sugar. Studies have shown that getting less than 6 hours of sleep per night can increase the risk of insulin resistance by up to 48% compared to those who sleep 7 to 8 hours. Poor quality sleep disrupts the circadian rhythm, leading to elevated cortisol levels in the morning and reduced insulin production, making blood glucose harder to regulate. A study published in Diabetologia found that just 3 consecutive nights of sleep deprivation can reduce insulin sensitivity by up to 30%, essentially placing your body in a pre-diabetic state in just a few days of staying up late. Sleep loss also stimulates cravings, especially for sugar-rich and refined carbohydrate foods, further contributing to blood sugar spikes. The solution is to establish a consistent sleep routine, going to bed and waking up simultaneously every day, including weekends. Create a quiet, calm, dark sleep environment, and avoid exposure to blue light from electronic devices at least 1 hour before bedtime. Light meditation or deep breathing exercises before bed can also naturally and effectively enhance sleep quality. Sleep isn't just rest, it's a critical metabolic regulator. Protecting it means protecting your long-term blood sugar health. Number 3. Chronic stress. Sometimes, you don't need to eat cake or drink soda to cause a blood sugar spike. A single day overloaded with work pressure, poor sleep, and a racing mind can be enough to send your glucose levels soaring. Emma had no idea that her persistent stress, from sleepless nights to rushed mornings, was keeping her blood sugar from drifting into the healthy range. Every time she felt anxious, her body would enter a fight or flight state, her heart would race. Breathing became shallow, and most importantly, her liver began releasing glucose into the bloodstream, preparing for a battle that never actually happened. This isn't uncommon. Scientists publishing in the American Journal of Psychiatry reported that individuals experiencing chronic psychological stress have a 60% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The culprit? Increased cortisol production and the fact that cortisol reduces insulin sensitivity make it harder for the body to regulate blood sugar effectively. And then there's the vicious cycle. Stress triggers cravings for sweets, leading to mindless snacking and poor sleep, further weakening insulin response. Emma eventually broke free from this loop, not through medication, but with a yoga mat, a few minutes of morning meditation, and a small gratitude journal in which she wrote down 3 things she was thankful for each day. She began sleeping better, and her blood sugar gradually returned to a more stable range. Stress is a silent enemy of blood glucose, and sometimes, the best thing you can do for your pancreas is to slow down and breathe. Thank you for joining Emma and Fresh Fuel Guide all the way to the end of this video. If you found this content helpful, feel free to share it with friends and loved ones who care about health and nutrition. Have any questions? Want to dive deeper into a specific topic? Leave a comment below. We're always here to listen and respond. And don't forget to hit subscribe and tap the notification bell icon so you never miss the latest science-backed updates on nutrition and health every week. Fresh Fuel Guide, fueling your life with clean energy for a healthier, happier you every day.